Here's another piece of the puzzle that I think might quell some confusion, and in that move people into more of an accepting place or state for where they're at in their journey, where we're going as a collective, and what the destinations, plural, are. So in the whole spiritual ascension community realm, there's a lot of language that makes the whole thing confusing. What I want to propose to you is that we get really clear. Doesn't so much matter about the language part, but we get really clear about what's happening, what we're doing, and where we're headed. I personally believe that there will be a solar flash event that moves us as individuals and the collective outside of the construct or the matrix into the organic divine matrix. I don't believe that it's the same thing as New Earth, only for the purpose of the lens that we are operating from right now. It may be that those two words are supposed to be interchangeable, but I think it's creating a little bit of confusion. So we are co-creating individually and as a collective the ascension process as we go along. We are a clarion call, so to speak, to the grand central sun, saying we're ready for more. And then we'll get another roll in of solar activity that brings in new codes, new light, and more opportunities for transformation. So we're doing this as we go, while from a quantum perspective, it's already done. So what I want to propose to you, and again, use whatever language you are comfortable with, that New Earth is actually what we are co-creating on this side of the solar flash. On the other side of the solar flash event is when we will be in the divine matrix, returning fully back to our divine blueprint. And that is when we will be in the divine matrix. Now, the word matrix is also something that a lot of people get sort of snagged up in. There's nothing wrong with the word matrix. There's nothing wrong with the realm that is created by a matrix. A matrix is simply a holographic reality, which in essence is energy in form. So there's nothing wrong with a matrix. We need the matrix, a matrix, energy in physicality in order to experience the physical reality on both sides of the solar flash event. The problem we ran into in the third dimension is that the third dimensional matrix held the first, the second, and the third dimension that were very, very, very dense. So there was a lot of corruption. And we're not going to go into finger pointing as to who caused it, but we've been all things, and now we're back to fix the problems. So, and we didn't get there on our own. So from the perspective vantage point that we're at right now, I think it would be helpful for those that are in resistance, that are looking to escape, that are confused about here and where they are right now in their life and where we perceive reality to be, is to understand that we have to get humanity and this matrix reality like 97% of the way there on our own before the solar flash event will happen. Nobody knows when that is going to be. No one can actually tell you when that is going to be, but we don't have to wait until some unknown date for when the solar flash happens for life to get more fulfilling, for divine intervention to be more often, for us to walk the path of inner knowing and abundance in all forms. This is what the New Earth experience is all about. So the New Earth is what we are going to be co-creating with each other. It will be a renovation, if you will, of all of the systems and paradigms that are in place already. Some will fall away, some will be renovated, and a lot of new will be co-created. There's still work to be done. We will still work, but it won't feel like work because it will be coming from divine alignment. It will be coming in through passion, through co-creation with other people that have similar passions and similar divine templates as we do. It will be that form of work that never feels like work, but it is the co-creation that is, it's beginning now, and yet at the same time, it hasn't quite begun yet because we still have cleanup to do. And that's going to be happening throughout the rest of this year. So it isn't a matter of we're waiting for a solar flash to come anytime now that is literally just going to lift us and plop us into the divine matrix. It's that we still have years and possibly a decade, I honestly do not know, of co-creating a new earth experience that is a manifestation and a reflection of our inner fifth dimensional level of consciousness and frequency that we hold within, that we're going to be playing with others and co-creating together a unified experience that serves the all, that is an evidence of the transformation of where we came from and where we want to be as the one consciousness that is here having this experience. And then once we get ourselves to like 95, 97% of the way there, then the signal, the clarion call again will come from within us to the grand central sun that says, we're ready. And then the solar flash event will happen where we will be transported outside of this construct, you could call it a firmament, into the divine matrix. Carrie Kay does a really, really good job, and I really trust her intel, her experiences, and her delivery on the solar flash event. So she would be the one to go in and have a look at her content on YouTube. I think she has a playlist on this that's all about the solar flash event and what it looks like, what you return back to, all of that stuff. So there's sort of like, I'm noticing like a weaving of the two teachings and the two different realities that are coming into the spiritual communities and creating confusion. Some people are teaching that the solar flash is going to happen any day now, and you're going to be vaporized and reconstructed into the organic matrix. And that's not going to happen anytime now, while others are talking about various forms of recreating, renovating, and shifting the paradigms and the constructs that are currently here into something that is more unity-oriented. So for some people, it's confusing because it's like, well, what's actually happening? And the answer is both. One is preparing us for the greater event, and it's not an either or, but it's something that requires our constant participation in. You can't just put your feet up and lay back and go, well, if the solar flash is coming, then I'll wait. And if I wait a year or 10 years, so be it. It doesn't matter, because everything that we do physically, energetically within ourselves, and then create and co-create with the rest of humanity is our preparation. It is our training ground. It is our earning, so to speak, of the greater event. So in my own framework, I see it as two different parts of the road. We're creating new earth now, while we're sort of dismantling old earth now, but not in like a destructive way. It's an infiltration and a gradual renovation of. We're doing that now, which is the new earth piece. And then the organic divine matrix is the reality that we will live in, that is on the other side of the solar flash. So what that actually means is, go back to my video about mastering here, about becoming the master of your reality in every way, shape, and form as it exists right here, right now, because you're not actually going anywhere on the most part anytime soon. That does not mean that if you are still in karmic contract relationships, if you're working jobs that are no longer serving your soul's divine plan, etc., those things can change, but it's most important that you understand that you mastering your here and your now is the key to your ascension. It is the ticket that brings in the next here. It is your preparation for what is to come, and the what is to come isn't quite yet the grand solar flash. It is to bring you into alignment with your team, your soul group, that you are meant to do greater and bigger things here on the planet. So you really have to master where you are. Understand that we are not going to be lifted and plopped anytime soon, and that the words that are being used in the spiritual community is creating some confusion and some escapism. And I wanted to clear that up. In my lens, New Earth and the organic divine matrix are two destinations. One prepares you for the other. I hope that this helps. Until next time, bye for now.